Have you ever wondered if the fish you're eating could secretly be harming your health? It's a question most of us never ask, especially when fish is often praised as a heart-healthy staple. But the truth is, not all fish are as safe as they seem, especially for those over 50. The wrong choices could quietly raise your cholesterol, worsen joint pain, or even fog your memory. Issues that hit harder as we age. That's why this video is a must-watch, and you'll want to stick around until the end to protect your body and peace of mind. We're diving into 6 types of fish that could be risky for older adults, revealing surprising truths that might shock you. You'll learn which fish to limit, why they pose hidden dangers, and how to make smarter choices without giving up the flavors you love. From heart health to joint comfort to keeping your mind sharp, this video is packed with practical tips to help you eat confidently. Plus, we'll share safer alternatives that deliver the nutrients you need without the risks. Whether you're managing health concerns or just want to age vibrantly, these insights could change the way you shop, cook, and eat. Don't miss out. Watch to the end to discover how small changes today can mean a healthier, happier tomorrow. Where are you tuning in from? Comment your city below, and let's get started. If you are not subscribed, subscribe and activate the notification bell so you don't miss any videos. Your support means a lot to me, and if you enjoyed this video, you can help me continue spreading the valuable lessons by liking and sharing it. If you like the topic of this video, please comment 1. If you don't, please comment 0 to let me know how I can improve and make better videos for you. Now, let's begin. Fish number 1. Squid. Now, for some of us, squid is like an exotic treat, a delightful indulgence that reminds us of special nights out or beach vacations, where we can savor it grilled, fried, or nestled within a seafood platter at our favorite restaurant. There's something undeniably satisfying about that chewy texture and the rich, briny flavor, isn't there? It feels like a little reward for the taste buds, a moment of enjoyment. But as we age, particularly over the age of 50, we need to start viewing certain foods a little more critically. And yes, squid is one of them. If you're dealing with concerns about cholesterol or have any history of joint pain, then the occasional indulgence in squid might not be the healthiest choice for you. And I know it's hard to hear. After all, who doesn't love a delicious seafood dish once in a while? Let's begin with cholesterol, something that, for many of us, becomes an increasing concern as we get older. Now, just 100 grams of squid, which is really about the size of a small portion, packs around 260 milligrams of cholesterol. I can already hear some of you saying, it's just a little bit, right? But here's the thing. This isn't a food you can simply eat without thinking of the long-term effects. As we grow older, our risk for heart disease naturally rises. And one of the sneaky contributors to this is high levels of LDL, what's commonly referred to as bad cholesterol. When this sneaky villain builds up, it can form plaque in our arteries, quietly putting us at risk for heart attacks and strokes. You might not even feel it happening at first. There are no dramatic symptoms, no warning lights. But over time, that damage builds up, piece by piece. And before you know it, it's too late to reverse the harm. But that's not where the risks end with squid. Here's another thing to think about. Purines. They're natural compounds found in many foods, but when our bodies break them down, they turn into uric acid. And for those of us who've had the misfortune of dealing with gout, we know how incredibly painful that can be. It often starts as a little pain in the big toe, but believe me, it doesn't stop there. That pain can quickly spread to ankles, knees, and even fingers, turning our joints into swollen, red, fiery reminders of how much we took our health for granted in the past. For those already grappling with arthritis or joint discomfort, eating squid could very well trigger a flare-up. And let me tell you, those flare-ups can last days, even weeks, leaving you stuck in a cycle of pain and frustration. Is it worth it? Is that treat worth the aftermath? Now, don't get me wrong. I'm not saying that you should completely banish squid from your life forever. Life is about balance. And yes, now and then, you should be able to enjoy a little indulgence. But moderation is the key. If squid is one of your favorites, then perhaps you can reserve it for rare occasions. And when you do have it, try to prepare it more healthily, grilling or steaming it instead of frying. Frying just adds more fat into the mix, exacerbating the cholesterol problem we're already facing. So, while squid may seem like a fancy, protein-packed, and oh-so-delicious choice, it's important to understand the risks it brings, particularly for older adults. Our bodies, as much as we wish they would, don't bounce back the way they used to. Every single bite we take has an impact. Either it's nourishing our health, or it's making it a little harder to stay healthy and vibrant. Being mindful about the foods we choose, like squid, means protecting not just our heart and joints, but our overall sense of well-being and peace of mind. Let's not trade that precious health for fleeting moments of indulgence. Fish number 2, escolar fish. Now, this one might not be as well known as tuna or squid, but it still makes an appearance in some seafood markets and restaurants across the U.S. It's often marketed as a rich, buttery fish, with a texture comparable to tuna or swordfish. Many people rave about its taste, claiming it's almost too delicious to resist. And while that may sound tempting, I want to stop for a moment and ask, is it worth it? The truth is, what makes escolar fish so irresistibly smooth and velvety is the very thing that could make it a dangerous choice for those of us over 50. Escolar fish contains a substance called toxin, a wax ester that the human body simply cannot break down properly. This might not seem alarming at first, but the reality of consuming it can be deeply uncomfortable, even distressing. After eating escolar, many people, especially older adults, experience some very unpleasant side effects. I'm talking about oily diarrhea, stomach cramps, nausea, and dizziness. And let me tell you, these aren't just symptoms that disappear after a few hours. No, they can persist for hours or, worse, sometimes even days. It's not something you'd want to deal with, no matter how much you enjoy the taste of the fish. For older adults, these effects can hit much harder. As we age, our bodies go through many changes, particularly when it comes to digestion. Conditions like IBS, sensitive stomachs, and general age-related digestive issues are common, and they only make it harder for our bodies to process foods that could cause problems. A meal that might just be an uncomfortable few hours for a younger person can turn into a real health challenge for someone older. It could lead to dehydration, fatigue, or a general sense of weakness that lingers for days. But it doesn't stop at digestive problems. One of the lesser-known dangers of eating escolar fish is its impact on your balance. That same toxin that messes with your stomach can also cause dizziness or lightheadedness. Now, for seniors, this is a red flag. A sudden dizzy spell can easily lead to a fall. And we all know that falls are one of the biggest risks as we age. A fall might seem like a minor thing, but it can result in much more than just a bruise. A single slip could lead to broken bones, a hospital stay, or months of painful recovery. It's a risk that's simply not worth taking. So, when we weigh the benefits of enjoying escolar fish against the potential dangers it poses, the choice becomes clear. Even if it tastes good, is it worth putting your health at risk? If you are still watching this video and find these lessons useful, please comment 1 below to let me know that you are still here with me. There are plenty of other fish options out there that don't come with these kinds of health concerns. Experts recommend that older adults avoid escolar fish altogether, especially if you've had digestive problems, balance issues, or a weakened immune system. You've got enough to worry about as it is, without adding something like this to the list. Skip the escolar, and opt for a fish that your body can handle better. You deserve to eat well, and most importantly, you deserve to feel well. Don't let one risky choice get in the way of that. Fish number 3, albacore tuna, white tuna. Let's dive deeper into a food choice that's often seen as a healthy option, but might just surprise you with its hidden risks. We're talking about albacore tuna, also known as white tuna, the third fish on our list. Now, at first glance, tuna might seem like the perfect addition to your diet. It's packed with protein, low in calories, and loaded with omega-3 fatty acids, those heart-healthy fats that so many of us strive to get more of. It sounds like a great choice, right? But here's where things take a turn. The problem doesn't lie in tuna itself. It lies specifically with albacore, the white variety, which carries a much higher concentration of mercury compared to other tuna or many other fish. And this is where the danger sneaks in. Mercury is a toxic heavy metal that our bodies simply can't flush out as easily as other substances. Once it's in, it stays in. It accumulates in your system over time, storing up in tissues, especially if you're eating high mercury fish like albacore too often. Let's think about this more critically, especially as we age. Our bodies don't clear out toxins as efficiently as they used to, and long-term mercury exposure is directly linked to devastating health issues, particularly in the brain and nervous system. I'm not talking about minor inconveniences here. This is serious. Research has shown that mercury exposure can lead to memory loss, difficulties with concentration, and even more severe cognitive conditions, like Alzheimer's or Parkinson's disease. It's unsettling, isn't it? A fish that's supposed to be a healthy choice could be silently compromising your brain health. If you're eating albacore tuna once a week or even more, you're unknowingly building up mercury levels in your body. And for older adults, those who may already be noticing slight shifts in memory or clarity, the risks are too significant to ignore. This is something we should all take seriously. So, what can we do? Here's the good news. You don't have to banish tuna from your life completely. You just need to be more mindful about your choices. Experts recommend limiting albacore tuna to only 1 serving per month. Yes, you read that right. Just 1 serving per month. That's the safe zone for most older adults. But if you're still craving that tuna taste or the convenience of a quick meal, why not switch to light tuna, which contains much less mercury? Or better yet, consider other low-mercury fish options like salmon or sardines, which still deliver the omega-3s your heart loves, without the dangerous mercury. And here's an extra tip. When you do eat tuna, try pairing it with foods that are high in selenium. Think Brazil nuts, sunflower seeds, or whole grains. Selenium has been shown to help protect the body from the harmful effects of mercury, giving you a bit of natural support. So, while albacore tuna may seem like a healthy pick on the surface, for older adults, it's a choice that comes with a hidden cost. We need to protect what's most precious, our brains, our memories, and our peace of mind. With a little bit of knowledge and some smart eating habits, we can protect ourselves from these risks, ensuring that we stay sharp, vibrant, and healthy for years to come. Take control of your health, and make the smart choice today. Fish number 4, sardines. At first glance, sardines might seem like an almost perfect food. They're small, but packed with nutrients that many of us strive to get more of. High-quality protein, heart-healthy omega-3 fatty acids, and even a solid dose of calcium, especially when you eat them with their bones. Sardines have long been touted as a superfood, and rightly so, in many ways. For those of us trying to take better care of our bodies as we age, the idea of getting so many benefits from such a tiny fish can be quite appealing. However, it's important to dig a little deeper and not just take everything at face value. Sardines may have undeniable benefits for heart health, but for older adults, especially those with certain health conditions, these benefits could come with some serious caveats. One of the biggest concerns with sardines, and something many people overlook, is their purine content. These tiny fish are loaded with purines, which are compounds that break down into uric acid in the body. If uric acid builds up too much, it can lead to painful and debilitating conditions like gout. If you've ever experienced a gout attack, you know how excruciating it can be. The pain starts as a sharp, burning sensation, usually in the big toe, but it can spread to other joints, leaving you practically immobilized. It's not just discomfort. It's a constant reminder that something you love to eat might be hurting you more than helping. This is especially true for older adults who may already be dealing with a history of gout or arthritis. For these individuals, Sardines can be a real problem. But that's not where the concerns end. For those who are managing high blood pressure, kidney issues, or heart conditions, canned sardines can pose another significant risk. You might not even realize how much sodium you're consuming when you pop open a can of sardines. Just 100 grams of canned sardines can contain up to 500 milligrams of sodium, or even more. That's a hefty amount of salt that can wreak havoc on your body over time, particularly if you have high blood pressure or other cardiovascular concerns. Sodium can make your body hold onto excess water, which in turn raises your blood pressure and puts extra strain on your heart. While you may not notice immediate consequences, the effects add up over time, creating a slow buildup that could eventually catch up with you. So, does this mean that sardines are something you should avoid altogether? Not necessarily. Like many things in life, the key lies in moderation. If you love sardines and want to enjoy their omega-3 benefits, there's no need to ban them from your diet entirely. However, it's a good idea to limit your intake to about 150 grams per week, roughly the size of one can or a small serving. If possible, opt for fresh sardines over canned ones. Fresh sardines don't contain all the added salt and preservatives that canned varieties do, making them a much safer choice for your heart and overall health. If you're already managing high blood pressure, gout, or any other chronic condition, it's crucial to consult with your doctor or dietitian before making sardines a regular part of your diet. Sometimes, foods that we think are helping us may be causing hidden problems. It's always better to be safe and make informed choices. Remember, just because a food is rich in nutrients doesn't mean it's automatically a free pass food, especially when you have underlying health conditions. In the end, sardines are a fantastic food in many respects, but like all foods, they must be consumed thoughtfully and in moderation. Pay attention to portion sizes, choose fresh sardines when possible, and always be mindful of your existing health conditions. By doing so, you can still enjoy this nutritious food without sacrificing your well-being. Fish number 5. Tilapia. Tilapia, often considered a staple in many American households. It's affordable, easy to prepare, and boasts a mild flavor that makes it a versatile addition to many meals. For older adults, tilapia seems like a practical, no-fuss choice, an option that promises convenience without a lot of thought. It's even marketed as a healthy, heart-friendly fish. However, there's something important that most people don't realize about tilapia, especially if it's a frequent part of your diet. It may not be as beneficial for your health as you think, particularly in the long run. The truth is, while tilapia may be easy to cook and affordable, it comes with a major health concern that could be sneaking up on you over time. Tilapia has a fatty acid profile that is far from ideal, especially when compared to other fish like salmon and mackerel. These two fish are known for their heart-healthy, inflammation-reducing omega-3 fatty acids. But tilapia is far higher in omega-6 fatty acids, which, when consumed in excess, can cause serious issues. Now, don't get me wrong, omega-6 fatty acids aren't inherently bad for you. They're essential for good health. But the problem arises when our diets are loaded with too many omega-6 and not enough omega-3s to balance them out. This imbalance creates a situation where chronic inflammation can take root in your body, leading to several age-related issues that many older adults already struggle with: arthritis, heart disease, joint pain, and even cognitive decline. Think about it. If you're dealing with stiff joints, high blood pressure, or even memory lapses, incorporating too much tilapia into your diet may be unknowingly making these symptoms worse. It's easy to assume that by choosing a fish like tilapia, you're making a healthy choice. But over time, the fatty acid imbalance caused by eating it too often could be silently contributing to your health issues. The longer this imbalance persists, the worse the consequences could be for your overall well-being. But there's more to the story. Did you know that much of the tilapia found on grocery store shelves isn't even sourced locally? A large portion of it is farmed overseas, often in crowded conditions with questionable water quality. This poor environment, combined with subpar feed, can have a significant impact on the nutritional quality of the fish. Worse yet, it can expose you to harmful chemicals and pollutants that your body is forced to process, even though you can't see, smell, or taste these dangers. And while it may seem like a small issue at first, over time, the effects can add up, impacting your health in ways you can't even imagine. So, what should you take away from all this? First, don't panic and think you need to eliminate tilapia from your life entirely. If you enjoy it from time to time, that's okay. However, it's crucial to keep your consumption in check. Try to limit it to about 150 grams per week, which is roughly one modest serving. And when you do eat it, make sure you're balancing it out with other foods rich in omega-3s. Better yet, consider replacing some of your tilapia meals with fish like salmon, trout, or mackerel, which naturally contain higher levels of omega-3s and come with added anti-inflammatory benefits. The key here is balance. Fish number 6, eel. If you are still watching this video and find these lessons useful, please comment 2 below to let me know that you are still here with me. Now, eel may not be a food you eat regularly, but for some, it's viewed as a rare delicacy. You'll find it served in sushi, featured in upscale restaurants, or brought out at special occasions. It's rich, flavorful, and has a unique texture that many people adore. But here's the truth, eel is one of the worst fish choices for older adults, especially when you consider its high fat content and the potential for toxic buildup in the body. Let's start with the fat content. Eel is incredibly high in fat, about 25 grams of fat for every 100 grams of fish. That might seem like a small portion, but that amount of fat in a single meal can be quite alarming. And while some fats are necessary for good health, consuming that much fat in one go can easily push you past your daily recommended intake, especially if you're trying to manage your weight, cholesterol, or heart health. For older adults, this becomes even more crucial. As we age, our bodies become less efficient at processing fats. Our liver and pancreas, 2 organs responsible for breaking down and processing fat, don't function as quickly or effectively as they once did. This means that excess fat can start to accumulate, potentially leading to conditions like fatty liver disease, high cholesterol, and heart disease, issues that are already too common among older populations. But fat isn't the only concern when it comes to eel. This slippery fish also has the unfortunate ability to accumulate toxins over time, specifically mercury, dioxins, and polychlorinated biphenyls, PCBs. These harmful substances build up in the body gradually, and once they're in, they're extremely difficult to eliminate. Sadly, they're particularly dangerous for people over 50. Why? Because these toxins are linked to memory problems, cognitive decline, and even neurological diseases like Alzheimer's and Parkinson's. Imagine this. You're working so hard to stay sharp, stay active, and protect your body as you age, yet a seemingly harmless food choice like eel could be silently sabotaging your efforts. The thing with toxins is, they don't wreak havoc immediately. They accumulate slowly, affecting your brain, your immune system, and even your hormones over time. And once the damage has been done, it can be difficult to undo. That's why most health experts urge us to consume eel very sparingly, if at all. If you do decide to indulge, make it a rare treat. Maybe once a month, or even less. And when you do prepare it, opt for grilling or baking, methods that reduce some of the unhealthy elements of the fish. Avoid frying at all costs, as that will only add even more fat to the equation, making an already risky food choice even worse. So, while eel might seem like a rich, satisfying dish, the reality is that it carries high risks, especially for older adults. With its high fat content and toxic buildup, it's better to limit your intake and focus on fish that truly nourish and protect your body. After all, you deserve to be nourished, not harmed, by the foods you eat. Now that we've gone through all 6 types of fish, I hope you walk away with a deeper understanding of how vital it is to be mindful of your food choices as you age. It's easy to brush it off and think, oh, it's just a little fish, or I've been eating this for years and I'm fine. But here's the truth, our bodies change over time. What we could handle in our 30s or 40s might not sit as well in our 60s, 70s, or beyond. And that's not a sign of weakness, it's just the reality of getting older. The key is to acknowledge these changes and adjust accordingly. It's about being more mindful, more protective of the only body we've got, and making choices that support our well-being rather than diminish it. I hope today's video has helped you understand the importance of making thoughtful food choices as we age. We've covered the risks that come with certain fish, like eel, and how they can impact your health in ways you may not have realized. Now, I want to hear from you. What's one thing you've learned today that you're going to bring into your own life? Whether it's about fat content, toxins in food, or the way our bodies change as we age, your thoughts are important. Please share your insights in the comments below. I'd love to hear how you're planning to make healthier food choices. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to leave your comment, hit that like button, share with friends and family, and of course, subscribe to our channel so you don't miss more valuable content like this. Stay healthy, stay mindful, and thank you for watching.